Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to a Division 2 video. The death notes just dropped for Season 1 of Year 7. The changes they are going to make that they saw us talk about what we encountered within the PTS. There are a bunch of changes over the gear and the exotic, but the most important thing is the scavenging points, what they touch on right now, and there is a huge change coming to this system, and not only removing our watch mules, we will get a lot more scavenging points that we're getting right now, but in that way you need to spend your scavenging points at the moment before Season 1 comes. So spend all your scavenging points, but let's touch on that more information with the development notes, shall we? Hello agents, thank you for providing detailed feedback on Year 7 Season 1 PTS. We're very happy to be entering Year 7 of content, and we hope to always count on your help to identify areas for improvement in our updates. We've analyzed your response and would like to share some insights and outline the next steps in the process. Going over a quick summary, spend your scavenging points before Year 7 Season 1 starts. So another huge PSA, spend your scavenging points, all of them. Once the update goes live, points will be account bound and cannot be used more than one time in total. The new scavenging points will be gifted to your account based on your level and will override what you had before. These changes are all about ensuring fairness and balance, particularly following the release of Brooklyn DLC, as the current system could turn in a paid advantage with the new DLC's features. Below you will find a detailed explanation of the changes, along with both short and long-term improvements we are working on. And of course we're gonna talk a little bit about the balance and changes on gear, talents and the new weapons based on the PTS feedback. So again, make sure that if you have your watch mules, if you have all your scavenging points, spend them before Season 1 starts of Year 7. That will be on the 27th of May. That's a little under 2 weeks to go. So if you're still running your watch mules, what is still possible, do it, but make sure to spend all your scavenging points because they will be replaced with the new scavenging points. So make sure that you are at 0 whenever we go into the new DLC. So let's see what they have to say about the scavenging points. We noticed a strong reaction from the community regarding scavenging points. This completely is understandable, as the announced change will impact something that has been in our game for a long time and has become a part of the progress mechanic for many of you. Anticipating the launch of Brooklyn DLC and the level 40 boost that comes with it, the decision was made to use this opportunity to tackle the issue. The system, as we know it, was never intended to give some players an unfair advantage or make others feel pressure to spend extra money to just stay competitive. Therefore, newer updates, particularly the level 40 update including the DLC, which allows some players to fast track their progression throughout a purchase, requires an overhaul of the scavenging point system. While just removing the old mechanic isn't the full solution, it's a necessary first step towards building a better and more balanced system. We truly value our most dedicated veteran players and the time you have invested in our game. For this reason, when the update goes live, you will get a gift of 100% of your scavenging point back to use it as you want. Almost like creating a fresh new character and getting those points on it. However, they will override the points you already had. So this is why we're making sure to communicate in advance. We're sharing this early so you can keep farming the old ways as much as you like before the update. So again, if you want to take advantage of this system that it's in the game, making that watch mule, getting all those scavenging points, getting all those materials to put in your expertise, or upgrade any of your weapons, this is still the time to do so. I will make a video this week how to do it in a quick and easy way and making sure that you are completely ready for the new DLC. Also, we want to clarify that the new mechanic will not remove the ability to share materials and scavenging points between characters. So it doesn't matter which character you claim it from. What it will do is ensure that once you spend your points on one character, those same points cannot be used on the secondary character. The points remain eligible to be used on which character you choose, but their use is now tied to your account, making each purchase with them globally final. So to give you an example, now if we have a scavenging point on our character, we spend it, we can still jump over to all of our other characters if you have multiple characters. So for example, if you had 4 characters, you still can jump over to the other 3 characters to spend that same scavenging point. So in the game right now, if you get 1 scavenging point, you have 4 agents, you kinda get 4 scavenging points. In the future, after the update with the new DLC, if you get 1 scavenging point, all of the characters will still get that 1 scavenging point, but when you spend it, you cannot spend it again on any character. If you jump over to your next character, the scavenging points will say 0, and this is what's going to change. Lastly, we know that solving this issue requires both a short-term improvement and a deeper long-term changes. In the short term, what we will do is multiply the value of resources you can get with the scavenging points by 3. So we're reducing the gap between the old meta and the new system we are creating, and this is a huge W. So now if you get a scavenging point, that will be 1 scavenging point. Well, after the update, it will be 3 scavenging points or worth 3 of the amount whatever you use it on. Since it's a balance change, we understand that this value might be adjusted, and we are committed to listen to your feedback to tweak it further. So we just need to test it out. We need to see if this is enough, so to say, and if not, then the devs will intervene, but maybe if it's too much, they can intervene as well. So make sure to give your feedback to the devs, and they can make this as smooth as possible for us. And in the long term, we want to enhance the experience of collecting and spending materials so that becomes a more meaningful and rewarding part of the game. We are evaluating how this system will be reworked with a possible reduction of the expertise costs, and our goal is to roll out the update within year 7. We will keep you updated and continue to listen to your feedback as we work on these changes. So overall, yes, we cannot get our watch mule anymore, but because the scavenging points now goes times 3, this might be even better, as we can just play on our own character. We don't have to worry about jumping over to a new character, creating that new character, running through the same story again and again and again to get our materials. But now the scavenging points go by 3. And I think this is a big change and will help out a lot. I think the community will be happy about this. Of course, this is my opinion about this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all these changes to the watch mule. And then of course the scavenging points going by 3 in the short term. And of course in the long term, they're trying to change collecting and spending materials a little bit so it has a meaningful and rewarding part in the game. So again, let me know in the comments down below. I will love to hear your opinion about this. And then let's jump over the rest of the changes. This video is already taking quite long, so let me hurry this up for you. The changes within the new weapons, talents, and the new gear. Streamline talent. We will implement adjustments to prevent it from triggering when deploying a skill, which should help balance its effectiveness, especially in PvP scenarios, even though there's no separate PvP version planned. Also, the weapon damage bonus it provides will be reduced as well. As we already kinda guessed, it was 87% weapon damage whenever your skills weren't in a cooldown, so I'm very curious which way we will go. Then the Nimble Exotic Knee Pads. The PvP version of the Nimble Exotic Knee Pads will be adjusted to reduce their impact in the competitive play. The PvE version will remain unchanged. Then we got the Measured Assembly gear set. The cooldown of the Huddle talent have been reduced to improve responsiveness, with scaling also adjust to better reward group coordination. So that sounds good. Still, we need to see what it is reduced to. And then let's jump over to, of course, the weapons that are going to be added. Or better said, the weapon is going to be added. And we're talking, of course, about the Pakhan. We've made several adjustments to the Pakhan based on feedback. The weapons talent now offers a more impactful magazine size bonus per stack. Additionally, the optic mod now provides a stronger weapon damage bonus. The muzzle has been reworked to improve the reload speed instead of critical hit chance, while the underbarrel mod now grants significantly higher critical hit chance. So they removed the critical hit chance, improved the reload speed, but then, of course, we had 2 attachments with the critical hit chance on there, and then the underbarrel mod that already had critical hit chance, they are significantly increasing that. So that already sounds great, especially with that reload speed. I'm glad that they keep that critical hit chance on there because it's still an LMG. It's a little bit harder to get to your crit chances. And they're of course gonna change the magazine size, as this gave us the magazine size of the 40 bullets in the mag of the RPK. That was a little bit bugged as it gave us the 40 bullets of the base weapon. So hopefully they will give us a little bit more and we can get at least to that 250 bullets. Maybe that 300, as then that Pakhan gets interesting again. And then the final notes before I leave you for today. We are confident that the upcoming season will be a great celebration and a tribute to the roots of the Division franchise. Hell yeah. As you return to Brooklyn with the DLC and experience the features planned for Season 1, we hope you feel the same strong sense of nostalgia that filled our studio during development. We have a lot in store for the coming year and we are excited to move forward on this journey with your support. As some of you may notice, we've gone through some internal restructuring within the community team and we're looking to build a closer relationship with all of you, making sure your voices are always heard and bringing you information and context whenever possible around the decisions we are making. Keep sending us your feedback and we hope we have a blast when the May 27th arrives. And they are absolutely right. The communication between us and the development team needs to be a little bit better, especially with all the changes or what is going on in the game. But I think these are great changes, especially towards our scavenging system. They were already removing our watch mule and now they're softening the blow a little bit by changing the scavenging points to 3 whenever you get a scavenging point. And that's pretty much it. Already a pretty long video, I know, but there was a lot to talk about, especially the scavenging points. Within the new exotics and the new gear, we kinda have to see what all the adjustments are within the gear and the weapons, but overall, the explanation about the scavenging points I think was really needed. And that's it. Thank you very much for sticking until the end. Like the video if you liked the video or helped you out in any way or form. And of course, if you're new here and or you want to be updated by the Division 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you in the next one. Pure Prime out.